Hello there and welcome to It's All Geek to Me, the pop culture chat show where geeks talk to other geeks about geek-related stuff, and we invite geeks on to chat about other geek stuff, and we all geek out together. It's very sociable here on the Geek channel. With me is our regular geeks, or some of our regular geeks tonight. Not all the geeks are here. How many times can I say geeks? First of all, it's your friend of mine. It's Natalie Smeaton.
Hey, how you doing?
Hello, you're right.
And I'm good, yeah, thanks.
Good. You're live from a hotel again, aren't you? Because you're working away.
Yeah, so I might be have a bit of a delay. So I do apologise if the evening is punctuated with me just talking over people.
I'm just kidding. We heard you laughing. I was going to go, yeah, about 4:30. And let's bring our other geek out. Let's not make him wait. Here's Gary.
Hi. Here he is.
Here he is, our correspondent in NYC. Well, not NY, you know.
Get me pictures of Spider-Man, quick.
You got it.
It's New Jersey, in it, not New York City.
No, that's New York City.
Yeah, but New Jersey's not, is it?
I'm just confused with you.
You're in New York City then, aren't you?
No, I'm in Long Island.
Long Island. I'm getting everything wrong. Forget it.
No, I told you where I was. I'm in Brighton.
You've been throwing English names at me before we came on the show, and they're all like all over the place. I went from York to Liverpool. All right. Yeah. So a few hours.
I walked.
An hour and a bit. If you joined us, welcome to the show on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. We're here to talk some geek tonight with you. Leave your comments, and we can we'll get you up on the screen and have a little chat with you. So there's not much in the way of news this week, really. I had a quick look at news, but there's not a lot. We've got movies out though. Dumbledore, the new this one came out. I think it's out now.
I'm just not excited about these movies.
Although it does
terrible.
No, it does say the 15th of the 4th there though. So is it not out? I just got it completely wrong. I saw some reviews. There were some reviews up though, which I brought up. I thought could have a quick look. This is from Rotten Tomatoes. They're all basically they're saying it's better than the last ones, but it's still not great. Basically, them reviews are saying. So who knows? Evening, Martin. No Gittins or Webby tonight. Sadly, no. We're holding the fort tonight. Big team. How are you all?
How you doing?
How's it going? So yeah, Dumbledore. I mean, you're not a fan then, now these.
I'm not, and you know me and Harry Potter. I'm a fan of Harry Potter, and to a certain extent, the movies. Rich and Nathan and I have done programs about them, but I've never felt like the Fantastic Beasts films captured any of the charm of the original movies at all.
Gary?
They were boring.
Sorry.
No, you're all right.
Sorry, what about you, Gary?
Harry Potter was just so wonderful. So nothing could live up to that level of magic. So for anyone to go in and say this is going to be like this, it's Fantastic Beasts is going to give you a taste of Harry Potter because it's in the same world, but I love Eddie Redmayne, Rain Man. Yeah, Rain Man.
Yep, definitely Rain Man. Yep, definitely Rain Man. Dumbledore, I heard Mads Mikkelsen is good, but rest of the film sucks. He's great, is Mads Mikkelsen. He's doing a lot of good. He's doing a lot of good in this world. He's in the new Indiana Jones film as well. He's doing a lot of good, the lad. Johnny Depp stepping out has got him that role on it. So yeah,
I love Johnny Depp.
Yeah. And also a bit of news: Sonic 2, apparently best box office for a video game film ever.
Oh, wow. Really?
That's what they said.
I know loads of people going to see it, though. Loads of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There must be. They're just loving it. I'm not going to bother. I mean, Jim Carrey's retiring from acting, so he keeps saying as well, we'll see.
You never know.
What do you think about that?
He says a lot, that man, doesn't he?
He does say
a lot of people say they're going to retire and until they get the right script, and then a year later they get the right script.
If I don't get the right script next year, I'm retiring.
Yeah.
They've said it.
That's where Rich is. Rich
is retired.
Yeah. Well,
he got the right script, but he retired the day before he got it. Yeah. It's like, I said I were retiring. I can't do this now.
I heard today he walked from Liverpool to Brighton.
Oh,
Who
wait a
did?
minute. Wait a minute. Stop the
What?
press.
Rich
He's
Gittins.
joining us on the actual show, Gittins.
Probably, I think he's in the. Is he backstage at the theatre? Because he said he was going to join in, didn't he? At some. I don't know if that
He
was
mentioned
tonight.
it. I told him to message me if he wants to come in the room, and then I can
Right.
just let you know if he's in the room. But he's listening, so we better
I mean,
be
he's
nice
got
about
the
it.
links in the Facebook chat anyway, so he can go, if he's there, he can click on the link, can't you, Rich? Yeah.
Gittins.
Oh, backstage. Oh, put us on backstage. That'd be great. We won't be loud. Go on, Rich. Go on.
Really
Show us
quiet.
backstage at a working show. That'd be amazing.
We'll whisper.
Oh,
He's gonna try to find somewhere.
oh yeah.
He's going to
Alright.
join us.
Just turn your sound down and show us backstage. We'd love to see that. It'd be like an insider. He'll get fired, won't he? We'll all be responsible.
He hasn't been on the show since Christmas.
He must have been on show since Christmas. Can't be that. Big T Mark liked first Fantastic Beasts film. Second was a bit all over the place. I think I'll go see third one. Okay, Big T, you can report back. Tell us.
Yeah, let us know, Big T, because I watched the first one, and just like you actually, Gary, Eddie Redmayne was okay, but I've said this to you, Chris, before, haven't I? I thought that the love story between Eddie Redmayne and the other main character was, I thought the chemistry was awful.
Yeah, they were not to it, were they?
Didn't care about their relationship. Whereas her sister and the other guy with the moustache, they were brilliant. Like, they should have been the
I'd have
leads.
watched them.
They were
I'd have watched them as the leads instead. Yeah, they should have had him as what's he called? Flickwind. What's he called? What's he called?
Flickwind is absolutely, well, now he's called Flickwind.
What's the guy called?
Flickwind.
Oh my
Newt Scamander.
God, I'll have to Google it.
Newt Scamander.
Flickwind is better.
Oh,
He's
okay.
Newt
I
Scamander,
think I
Flickwind
want
is
to
better.
show just with Chris trying to remember names from Fantastic Beasts.
I'll tell you what would be a good show. Me trying to tell you the plots of all 9 Harry Potter films.
Yes.
I've seen them
I need
once.
to watch that. Yeah.
I'd be like, Matt and Big T as well. Big T, what the
What
Gittins?
That's the show,
Is he-
isn't
Do you know what? I don't like to mention that picture, Martin, because he is his tongue in the dog in it.
Oh dear.
Look,
it?
he's like, I don't like that. It's like nobody says out about it though.
I had
Do you know
never
what I mean?
noticed that it was actually
Yeah.
kissing the dog. So you pointed it out.
Yeah, he's like got his tongue in its mouth.
Ugh.
I'm going to say in its beak. That's a bird though.
Yeah.
It's a bird. What's with it tonight? I've got you some other Harry Potter stuff. Actually, I found some images. This was just before we came on. We know Webby likes his Lego, so this is for Webb really. But got some Harry Potter sets that are coming out now. You'll know what these are. Can you see them?
Oh, that's really cool. That one, yeah. That's
So it
the
says
what they do with the
carriage-
T.
Thestrals. It
Yeah.
says on box there.
Thestrals. That's it. Thestrals.
Carriage
Yeah.
and Thestrals.
Yeah, so you can't see them unless you can't see Thestrals unless you've been in touch with death. But you get the Luna Lovegood figure in that as well. That's really cool. Because in the film, when you first see the carriages, they're being pulled by nothing. You don't think they're being pulled by anything; they just go. But they're being pulled by them.
Well, weren't the carriages being pulled by Flickwind?
And Flickwind, yeah. Flickwind was doing a lot of the work.
Yeah. Flickwind's the best character. We got more of these sets, loads of them. They released all these today.
Awesome.
Ministry of
Oh,
Magic.
that's a good one.
That's
Oh, I bet
wonderful.
Webby will be well excited about these.
I don't know if he's bothered about the Potter stuff. I don't know if he's bothered. Rich is ringing for some reason on the call.
Yeah, I just found that he just rang me and I had to turn it off because I was scared you'd hear it.
Hang on. Hello? I don't know what he's doing.
Do you think he's called you by accident?
I don't know. I can hear him. Hang on. Hello? I don't know what's going on. Hi, you're live on the Geek Show. What's happening? Oh, I'm going to have to hang up. I don't know what's going on.
Is he being murdered and he's trying to tell us?
I don't know what happened then. Oh,
He's like-
here we go.
He's like, help us. He's like, help me, I'm being murdered. Welcome to the GEEK show.
Live TV, yes, stop ringing. Ring us back if you're trying to get. I don't know what happened then. Do you? I could hear him. Anyway, it don't matter. Dead air, isn't it? This.
What did that say about Chris being a Webby? There was a comment that you just put up.
I don't know. I've got more Lego to show you.
Chris is a new Webby now. Oh, that's a nice
Hogwarts Courtyard, Sirius's Rescue. There you go. This means none of this means anything to me, but I'm sure
that's my favourite film, that one.
Yeah, you'll be enjoying these. But yeah.
If you buy all of these sets individually, can you build just a giant Hogwarts?
I think you can. I think you put them together. Yeah, I think you're right. You put like them two there. You put the sections together, don't you? And you'll end up with a giant Hogwarts after you've spent all your money.
Put the last one up again.
That one on.
No, the other one.
That one.
You see Harry's riding Flickwind.
Oh yeah. Flicking off. Hungarian Horntail Dragon.
Look at that. Oh, that's from the Triwizard Tournament. Yeah. You even get a little golden egg. Look at that.
That's where Flickwind does his stuff. I like this one with snow. Shrieking Shrek, I remember that.
Oh, the Shrieking Shrek.
That was in
and the Whomping Willow.
Harry Potter and the Shrek of Doom.
Shrieking.
Phantom has Rich.
Yeah.
It's been.
The Phantom does have Rich.
Everybody's on the show.
And I'll tell you for one, I'm not going down to get him.
It's an audience member, isn't it? If you have an heavy breather, still an audience member. I don't know why we're ringing. I don't know what's going on. He should have joined us live backstage. It'd have been cool, that. But he's let us all down.
I've got some messages. Let's see.
Last one. 12 Grimmauld Place.
That's awesome.
Oh, that's the old. That's where Sirius lives.
Right.
Or did live. Yeah.
Oh, he's on front step there. Look, going, get off my porch. Richard said what?
Rich said, trying to find an empty room to join you. And then he sent me a message with a join room on. We can't join the room because we're in here.
We're in here, you silly
Can you join the room? What's going on? Can you not just join this room, Rich?
He's got the link. It's on the Facebook group. He's
actually
pranking us. I think he's pranking
right now he's walking from Bedford to York.
Right, we better talk about something substantial because nobody's right. What did you want to talk about, Gary, tonight? You wanted to talk about something, didn't you?
Yes, the Will Smith punishment now is here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's been sentenced to 10 years without an Academy, and he can't go to the Academy Awards for 10 years.
Does this mean that he's not going to get nominated either?
He could still win. Yeah. I looked into it. No, he could still get nominated. He could still win. He just can't turn up to get it. It's bullshit, isn't it? It's like, yeah. But there's rumours today that Chris Rock's going to sue his ass.
Good.
Yeah. Good. Yeah.
Should do.
You
don't go slapping people, do you? You know.
I mean, Jim Carrey said he'd wake up and sue Will Smith for $200 million because that video is going to be everywhere forever.
And it already has been forever.
Yeah, think about how many edits and memes and funny things that have because of that one video. It's going to be forever.
And all the thousands and thousands of people who've tweeted out the same joke.
Yeah.
If it just does one good thing by stopping all that.
Yeah, that really upset you, didn't it, when everyone sent the same meme out?
It upset me. I just like, fucking hell, there's nobody original anymore. Well, the same thing as if it was first time I sent it. They're like, the first thing I was seeing was they put, he's going to get sent to Bel Air now to live with his auntie and uncle. And you're like, fucking hell. Bit obvious. And then there were like millions of people tweeting it going, ha, I originally got, you scroll back up the message, you'll see it about 1,000 times up there. Anyway, you know.
George Lucas is re-editing the Oscars, so it looks like Chris Rock actually slapped first.
That's good, that. Did you make that up? See, that's original. Yeah, that's original, Gary, that. That's an original take. I bet nobody's said that before.
No.
There you go. Gary doesn't want to talk about Danny DeVito. It will be later. Don't you worry. won't go through an episode without talking about Danny DeVito.
I wonder if Danny DeVito's like in a cave right now, just listening to us.
In a cave?
Yeah, I feel like he lives in a cave somewhere.
I think he's very fond of us.
Yeah.
He won't be in a cave, will he? Surely. Not with all that sunny money. That's what they call it. And you
I
work
still
on
feel
that.
like he like lives in a cave, dressed as Tarzan on his days off.
That's just you want him to do that. That's
Yeah,
your
this feels
fantasy.
like more like a fantasy. Yeah.
He's going to carry you back to his cave and go, "Will you be my chain?" You're like, "Yes, I will, Danny."
I mean, that sounds better than Fantastic Beasts 3.
Yeah.
One of the things that would have made that film better was having him in it.
Oh, do you see that? This is an interesting thing. Well, it's to me, but you'll be bored to tears when I tell you this. Do you see the colour scheme they use? This is used a lot on posters. Apparently, it's supposed to be appealing to the eye, a blue and a red or orangey. I think it's orange and blue. That's supposed to draw you into the posters, and then it's supposed to be appealing. You see it on a lot of posters. That either that or I'm lying. I'll just made it up. So, do you think 10 years? And what do you think he should have been Will Smith's punishment? What do you think?
He should have been banned
for life.
For life.
I think he should be forced to do a Wild Wild West 2.
Yeah.
Without any pay, without getting paid.
Without getting paid, yeah.
That'd be here he is. Oh,
Gittins.
Hiya, folks. All right.
Yeah, where are you? And why have you got your shirt?
Yeah, exactly. I'm in the old COVID clinic at work. It's the only place I could find internet and a room that was empty. So there you go. Oh, I missed you guys. How you all doing?
Gittins.
We missed you. We missed you.
Gary. Hi, Gary.
I get
that.
Are you on a break? Are you on a break?
Yeah, I've got literally going back on stage in 15 minutes. It's taken me 20 minutes to try and find somewhere to speak to you guys. But I miss you all. I'm looking forward to coming back and seeing you all very, very soon.
We miss you too.
Cool.
Gittins,
when you're back.
I had a theory about you. The reason why you weren't on the show today was because you were walking from Bedford to York and then back up to Liverpool.
Wow, look at you with your knowledge of English geography. That's incredible. Oh, yeah, just by the way, there we go.
What show are you doing?
I'm doing La Traviata at the moment.
He's doing Brokeback Mountain.
Yeah, I'm doing Brokeback Mountain. That's exactly what I'm doing. Yeah, the musical, the opera version of it. So what are you guys talking about on the show this week? What's going on?
Well, we're glad you've come on because we've got really not much to talk about apart from the end section. We're going to be talking about Steve Martin, but other than that, the world's your oyster. You can say what you want. So,
I noticed in the last couple of weeks you've spoken about a lot of things that Gittins is interested in. I don't know why I'm speaking in third person all of a sudden. So wrestling. You've been talking about wrestling.
Oh my God,
Webby threw a challenge down on me. Nat was going to officiate it. I mean, what's been going on?
Webb, I did not realise, Rich, that you liked the wrestling. And I innocently made a comment that Stone Cold Steve Austin had come back after 19 years to do WrestleMania.
WrestleMania, baby.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Did you see it? I
didn't see it. No, I'm not as an avid fan as Webby made out I was. But I did watch a little documentary yesterday. So, David Arquette?
Yeah.
The actor? Yeah. Well, he really got into wrestling a while back. And all the wrestling fans just thought he was a massive joke. And, he didn't really do very well or anything like that. And so he trained for 2 years and got signed up to an extreme wrestling match with some guy. It was some really tough guy. And I watched the footage of it yesterday. Extreme wrestling is exactly what they say. It's not planned, and they use fluorescent light tubes and things like that. So David Arquette said, I'll do the fight, but don't cut up my face because I'm an actor. That's my living. And during the fight, the guy who was fighting against got a pizza cutter and just started rubbing it all over his forehead. So David Arquette got really pissed off and hit the guy in the face really hard. So the guy got a fluorescent light tube, hit David Arquette over the head with it, and went to scrub the broken glass on his forehead. David Arquette went to push him away, and the fluorescent tube hit him in the neck, and blood just started spurting out across the ring. And he's trying to hold the blood in, and the guy slams him down and just says, "Stay the fuck down, or I will kill you." And David Arquette just sort of stays there and then just gets up and walks to the back of the. It's awful. There's, I think it's a TMZ interview where they catch him the next day, and he's got a big old divot in his forehead. I mean, I think he's had some plastic. It's absolutely brutal.
Martin said this: if you like the David Arquette documentary, and watch the Vampiro documentary.
I will give that a go, Martin. I will give that a go. Thank you very, very much. I don't know about Vampiro.
Have any of you seen the documentary series that was, I think Vice made it, called The Dark Side of the Ring?
Dark Side of the Ring, yeah. All behind the curtain as well, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen them both. The Dark Side of the Ring ones were amazing. The particularly the Chris Benoit one. Oh, that was awful.
Oh my God, that is horrific. Yes. I mean, that's. I mean, Lummy's like, what the hell are you talking about? Chris Benoit was a really beloved wrestler who had a basically a psychotic breakdown. He ended up killing his entire family and himself. Oh my God. Just absolutely insane. It's incredible because a lot of, hey, Big T, how you doing? I'm Martin as well.
You put that, but Martin put Stranger Danger.
Rock on, Tommy. There you go. Ah, dear. So what else are you talking? Doing some stuff about Steve Martin tonight?
Steve Martin,
we're going to go through Steve Martin movies.
Sorry, Chris. Sorry.
It's all right.
Oscar slap. We were talking about Will Smith.
Will Smith got 10 years.
Yeah, I know. In high security, I heard. Oh no, banned from the Oscars for 10 years. Yeah. How do you guys feel about that?
I've always wanted to be slapped by Will Smith.
To be honest, it was the Olivia Awards last night, and I'm just a bit gutted that none of my friends who won got up on stage and slapped anybody. I mean, I just thought it'd been a brilliant tribute, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
But what do you think about Jada Pinkett Smith getting a lot of the blame for this? Because there's some really troubling footage that's come out since. Of her just videoing him, having a go at him, and him being like, "Please don't video me," without asking me. And then she's putting up on social media. And
I mean, I think he clearly needs some help, doesn't he? Because she seems to be like real. I watched the footage of the pub. He were like in this kitchen, weren't they, saying, "Don't film me. Why are you filming me?" She's mentioning this lady that there was this like therapist they were seeing or something, saying she's really helping us. And you think,
I mean, either way, the stuff about August, don't you? The guy that Will Smith took in and like tried to, It's just, I mean, either way, I can't apportion blame either way because you don't know what started it, but it's an insanely toxic relationship.
Yeah,
you know, just getting a divorce.
Yeah.
It's like the GF
was better, and they're just not meant to be together.
Yeah, no. It's like the we need the other angle though. You know, you don't see that other shot of the Will Smith and you know, when what happens in that missing footage. You know, it's like the JFK thing, isn't it? You know, the missing.
There is a shot of her smiling when he slaps Chris Rock. There is a shot of her smiling and laughing.
I want to see the footage of what happened from him going ha like that, like he does, to that minute where he decided to get up. I want to see her giving him steely eyes or something, or going, "You're going to stop this now."
It is a long walk, isn't it? I'm just wondering if he got it and was like, "I'm going to punch that motherfucker." And as he's walking up there, he's like, "I can't punch that motherfucker. Oh, but I'm all the way here." Slap.
Well,
it's kind of.
He could have had a word with him, couldn't he? I mean, he could have just said, "Oh, you know, cut it out or something." Or, you know.
Yeah, exactly. It would have been a more grown-up thing to do. Yeah. But hey, we're not in a relationship that's clearly as toxic as theirs is. But yeah, anyone seen Moon Knight? Anyone been watching Moon Knight?
No, because I'm up to my elbows in Yellow Jackets, and it's brilliant.
Oh, Yellow Jackets is great.
Yellow Jackets.
It's brilliant.
Great.
The soundtrack is sublime.
Amazing.
Sublime. But just for anyone who doesn't know, I put this in our chat earlier on, but I found out yesterday that on Moon Knight, there's a couple of QR codes dotted throughout the episode. So in the first episode, there's a QR code next to the sarcophagus when Stephen's talking to a young girl. And in the second episode, there's a QR code next to the door of Mark's storage locker. And if you scan them with your phone, you get a free Moonlight comic each week, which I think is a pretty cool thing to do. Like, that's quite clever.
That's pretty good. That's cool. Nice of him, yeah.
What were we saying about Moon Knight, folks? I know you haven't seen it yet, Nat, but you guys enjoying it?
Yeah, love it.
Yeah?
different.
Considering not one shot was filmed in London either.
Right. Okay.
Which is mental. None of them filmed in London. None of them were there. It's absolutely crazy.
I think
There's a really good go on.
It's good that I think these Marvel series, because they're all doing something a little bit different, I think that's keeping it,
fresh.
Because it's not like, I'm not a fan of DC stuff. It's just all, it's just dull. For me, the DC stuff's so dull. It's nearly as interesting as, what do you call it? That?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that yet. I haven't seen it. I mean, I'm not as much of a big fan of the Fantastic Beasts stuff. I'll watch it just out of loyalty to the brand and things like that. And, in the hope that they will do something good. They're not terrible, but they're not a patch on the original sort of source material, are they?
Yeah. Is it true they're doing like more than 3 of these films? I assumed it were going to be a trilogy, but
I thought it was a trilogy, but it was you told me that you thought they were going to do 5.
I thought that's what they were contracted.
Yeah, a couple of other people have mentioned that since, and maybe that's true. Maybe they just don't know when to give up on something that was good. Yeah, exactly. Listen, folks, I've got to head off because I'm going to get back downstairs into my wig, and I'm wearing a wig in this show.
Send us a still picture of the wig.
He's wearing.
Okay, I will do that before the end of the show, so you can whack that up.
Right.
It's a wig. It's one of those ones that curl around like this, and I keep trying to ask them if they can turn it into a Princess Leia. So I just put some croissants on it instead. That'd be great. But I'll go and get a picture. I'll get my dress to take a picture of my costume.
Cool.
And I'll send it to you.
Thanks for
Lovely
stopping
seeing
by.
you. Oh, guys, I miss you guys. I can't wait to come back. I'll be back in a couple of weeks.
Right.
We
Love
miss
you.
you.
Oh,
Who was that?
that was Webby.
Oh, he looks different.
Webby. Yeah.
He's gone.
Yeah.
So, Nat, you wanted to mention something, didn't you, tonight?
I did, yeah. So anyone who's watched the show regularly is sick of hearing me say how much of a big Stephen King fan I am. And I'm just really excited because they've announced that they're making a new HBO series called Welcome to Derry, which is set in the 60s, and it's the prequel to It, essentially.
I love that.
So, because they've had such success, it's a great series. If anyone's not watched it, give it a watch. Which is sort of loosely based on Stephen King universe and characters. And because the 2 It movies were so well received, it's going to be like Pennywise the Clown's origin story. I'm interested to see how they do it because stick with me. It is suggested when you read the book that Pennywise is like a multi-dimensional ancient being that essentially crashed to Earth. And that's what It is. So how It then becomes Pennywise, I think I'm assuming is what they're going to tell us. But there's not been much else said about it. There's no casting news about it yet. There's no release date about it yet. I've just been trying to read up on it. All I can tell you is Welcome to Derry, and not likely to be this year, probably early next year. And it's set in the 1960s. But if it's as good as Castle Rock and the 2 It movies, it will be brilliant.
Yeah, that's really exciting. I love that.
Very good. Very good. Excellent. Got a few more comments. Let's see what we've got. Oh, and by the way, the conversation we had a few months back about Eternals. Anyone worked out whose voice it was at the end talking to Kit? It's a new guy playing Blade, ready for Midnight Suns. Oh, right, yeah. Okay. That makes sense. Yeah. Have you seen Eternals, you two?
No.
I watched it. It was pretty shit. I thought it was a bit of a misfire, really. Too many characters, I think. I mean, I know they've got to shove all these people in, but you can't have loads of characters and stuff and do it well. But it just seemed like it was rushed. I think
I feel like too many.
Even with like the Marvel with Endgame and that, you got all them characters in, but they've all had individual films. So to suddenly have 12 new characters or however many it was in a one film, you think, Jesus Christ, calm down. It's like bloody Batman and Robin. Mr. Freeze, Poison Ivy, Bane, Batgirl, Batboy, Batman, Alfred, all of them in there. You're like, it's too many. Bat crazy. Anyway.
Rich, probably.
Rich, yeah.
Was nice to see Rich, not Gary Gaines.
Yes, very much, yeah.
Talking about it, did you see Pennywise recast as a crow?
Yes, he has, hasn't he? Yeah. Anyone fans of The Crow here?
Yes. That movie is wonderful.
Do you think that it was an accident or murder?
I think
accident. I think it was an accident.
We were an accident as well.
Yeah.
Because
Just
look,
conspiracy
things
theories.
happen. Things happen.
They do. I'm amazed there's not more accidents with guns actually like that. You know, I know we had the Alec Baldwin thing, but which still hasn't been sorted out. I don't think, has it? But
It hasn't, no.
all these films are made though. Even dummy rounds still can fly out.
There was a time in history where when they would film movies, I think this was before the 40s, before they invented blanks, they would actually have a live marksman shoot at the main actor. And they would, dodge it.
Not a chance. Not a chance.
But things happen. I mean, not everything is a conspiracy.
That's why I'm always amazed by all the silent movies. Buster Keaton and that doing their own stunts. I mean, fucking nuts. Them films when you watch them.
Yeah, I like the ledge of a 30-story building and.
But that's the magic of movies back in the days. It were real. No CGI for them. They'd CGI everything now, won't they? If they made an old Chaplin film.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Can
you imagine
how bad things happen, like The Last Jedi?
Let's not talk about The Last Jedi again. Love the Crow movie. There you go.
Yeah.
Two big loves as well. Two big loves there. It means that 'cause it's capitals.
That's a lot of love there, actually.
It is.
Yeah.
He's had to put the caps lock on for that and then take it off. That's how serious that is. If you forget and just do it anyway. Yeah. Love the Crow film soundtrack, amazing graphic novel, brilliant as well. Cool, very good. Right, I think it might be time, unless anybody's got else they want to talk about, to move on to Steve Martin.
You love Steve Martin nearly as much as you love John Candy.
Nearly, but not quite. But nearly.
If Steve Martin and John Candy were in a fight,
I'd walk in the middle and break it up and go, "Hey, you're both amazing. Calm down, lads." And then I'd go have a drink with them and we'd be best buds.
Yeah, is that what happens in your dreams?
That's real. Oh.
Now,
and then we'd be sat there and guess who bloody walking?
Flickwind.
Guess who the act is that night when we're setting that bar? Guess who's coming on to perform?
Macaulay Culkin.
Bill Murray.
No, come on. Use your noggins.
Stephen Hawking.
Not Malcolm and Wise.
Oh, you got it.
Hey.
You got it right. A bit unfair on Gary because he'll be like, who the fuck are they?
I know. At this point, I think I know who they are.
Yeah. They were on the Ed Sullivan show once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the greatest sketches of all time.
Was it Ed Sullivan or was it Johnny Carson? Must be Ed Sullivan, surely.
I assume it must have been Ed Sullivan. Shall I
Johnny Carson, that is some wild and wacky stuff. Is that good, Gary?
What's your favourite?
For you, Gary, that impression.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to do this to you, Gary, but what's your favourite sketch from them, Chris?
What?
What's your favourite sketch with Malcolm and Wise?
Oh, we had it. We played it. We got a content warning for it. We played the stripper one. Yeah, from the
is yours a stripper one?
Oh well, it's the Andre Previn one, isn't it? Really?
Obviously.
But, obviously.
Yeah. Oh no.
Martin said they aren't cushions. It's pillows, not cushions. You're gonna do the planes, trains, and automobiles line, Martin. Get it right. Harsh on it. Sorry, Martin. So let's talk about Steve. When did you first become aware of Steve Martin then? When was your introduction to Steve?
Three Amigos for me.
Was it?
Yeah.
Cheaper by the dozen.
Cheaper by the... Wow. That's late, Gary, isn't it?
Yeah.
I know you're a younger lad, but it's late. So for me, there was a film called The Absent-Minded Waiter. Have you ever seen this?
No.
So this is a short film where he plays this waiter, and he basically ends up paying the guy all the money from the night because he's absent-minded. He keeps making mistakes all the way through it, and then he ends up paying the guy. And I think Terry Guy, you know her, she's in it, and Buck Henry, they're the couple in the restaurant, and they he keeps saying, wait a minute, and she's like complaining, going, he's spilt soup everywhere, he's doing all this stuff, it's crap, basically. And then he goes, this is the reason why I brought you. And he comes over and goes, okay, I'm going to give you 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, $60. But so he ends up getting a load of money off him because he's absent-minded. So that was the introduction for me, selling that. But
That
also,
is niche.
stand-up. Have you seen his stand-up stuff?
Yeah.
Have you seen
I've
his
seen a bit
stand-up?
of stand-up stuff, yeah.
Have you seen his stand-up at the Universal Amphitheatre?
I don't know.
It's amazing. You've got to watch it. That, for me, I've said this before on the show, that'd be the gig. If you could go to any gig in time, if somebody went, you can go watch it, any gig you want, ever. I'd go watch Steve Martin at the Universal Amphitheatre with the Blues Brothers opening. That was the gig.
Wow.
Wow.
I mean, how good would that be?
That is a gig and a half, that, isn't it?
Yeah, that's like, wow.
I wasn't quite convinced until you said the Blues Brothers as
Yeah.
well.
Blues Brothers opening. That's nuts, isn't it? Yeah. So there you go.
Them were the days.
Yeah. Not anymore. It's just, Martin's upset because I called him out on his wrong line. But, you know.
Hi, Martin.
Put something in the comments. You got to get the line right, Martin.
Oh, Martin, don't ever get any sort of Steve Candy, John Martin reference line wrong. Not in front of Chris.
So let's have a look at movies then. So little cameo in the Muppet movie.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, the Muppet movie.
Do you remember that one when he says phone call for Kermit the Frog?
Do you know what? I'd forgotten he was in that. Sorry,
There's
sorry,
a lot of
Chris.
people in there. Oh, we've got Big Team Art, Roxanne, Three Amigos. We'll talk about them in a second. Intro to Steve Martin. Yeah, put your things in the comments, everybody. Yeah, tell us. Then we've got the ultimate comedy film, The Jerk.
Yeah.
So I didn't watch this for a while, and then I went back and looked through his stuff, and then you find stuff like this and go, wow, this is great.
God, it's been ages since I watched that though.
Yeah, funny stuff. Carl Reiner is the director who did a lot of his early stuff. Have you seen this one? This is a bit of Pennies from Heaven. This is a bit of it's a musical one. It's a bit of a flop really, but you know, it's an interesting one.
Is it a comedy?
No, it's just a musical. It's like a musical.
Rated R.
Yeah.
There's a world on both sides of the rainbow where songs come true, and every time it rains pennies from heaven.
Mm.
Do people die in hails of loose change?
Yeah, pretty drowns. Change. Then we got Dead Men Don't Wear Plaid. Have you seen this?
That looks like an amazing poster, can we just say?
Yeah. Have you not seen it?
No.
So this is. Have you seen this, Gary?
No, I haven't, but it looks amazing.
Right, the best thing about this film, what they do, they get old black and white films with Humphrey Bogart and everybody, and they cut them into Steve Martin. The film bits with Steve Martin. He's talking to them, so it's really clever, really kind of unique at the time, I think. You know, and so he'll be having a conversation. He's like, there's a bit where he's got this blonde wig on, and it cuts to the woman in the film. And he's disguised as her and stuff like that, and it's from a real film, a real scene, you know. And he's talking. It's good. It's worth watching that, definitely. In fact, going through these pictures, I'm going to watch that again because it's.
I've genuinely never heard of that one.
Yeah, it's really good, really funny. Again, director at Jerk, they did a few together, you know. But definitely worth watching just for the cleverness of how they do it. Really, real detective kind of, you know, black and white thing. Noir.
Richard sent the picture.
Has he?
Yeah.
Picture in the group chat. How do we show that then?
You're the tech wizard.
I'll sort that out in a minute.
You're the tech guy.
I'll sort that out. Let me get Facebook on here. I can get it from there, I think. I'll get it. I'll get the picture. So next one, Man with Two Brains. Have you seen that?
Oh, long time ago.
This one was funny.
Yeah, there's some really good lines in this. Again, Carl Reiner again.
He's got a bit of an elastic face, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Like a Jim Carrey.
Mm.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's the original Jim, isn't he? The original.
Don't tell Jim that, because Jim will sue him.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
$20 million.
Yeah. Let me try and get this picture for us.
It's very sexy. I've just seen it.
Oh yeah, got it. Let me download it if I can. Right, I'll bring up the picture of Rich for everybody's pleasure in a sec.
Oh yeah, him with the hair.
Him with the hair, yeah. Did you forget, Gary?
It's a good look on him.
Well,
I think that.
Got it.
Thingy,
Let's have a look. Here we go. You ready to see Rich? Boom.
oh,
Look
Mr.
at
George
that.
Washington.
It's frightening.
He does look like he should be wrestling Independence from the Sovereign State, doesn't he? Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that.
He should be a WWE wrestler dressed as that.
He could actually. Yeah.
One man with two brains. We've got it. We got it. We showed it. He's laughing. He's laughing. He would laugh with that one. What's in that? Prince of Egypt. Yeah, Prince of Egypt. Voiceover. Right, let's get back to Steve. Have you seen Lonely Guy?
No.
No, I haven't.
Oh my God, guys! This is a great film. All these early ones, they're all worth watching. Honestly, if you've not
Is it funny?
So Lonely Guy is based on a book called, I think it's called The Lonely Guy's Guide to Life, the original book, which I do have a copy of it. I don't know if it's there. I've got a copy. Basically, it's an instruction manual type book for if you're a lonely guy. And but this film is great. It's so funny. Charles Grodin as well in it with him, and it's it does stuff like they get he gets cut out celebrities to all he has a party and all these cut out celebrities are there, so you don't feel lonely and things like that. This
just sounds really sad.
No, it's great.
Yeah.
It's really funny, and he buys they have to buy a plant and they call it I think they call it Guy. You know, they have to give him a name, the plant, so you don't feel as less lonely. But it's good. It's comedy value all the way through it.
I'm sensing a theme too, because every poster we have seen so far on the bottom it says rated R.
Let's have a look.
What's he doing to that dog? What's he doing to the dog there?
It's a bit of an odd poster, that, because
That's why it's rated R.
yeah, it's I don't know what's going on in that poster. I don't know why that lady's running after him either. Because
I don't get it.
Who plays the dog?
he was young, free, and eligible, real eligible. When his girlfriend left him, he tried his best to meet all kinds of women, lawyers, teachers, secretaries, any women, but he just wasn't succeeding. He was still lonely, so lonely he wrote a book about it, and then things began to change. He became successful and famous. Larry was no overnight sensation, but he was still a lonely guy. Just when he thought he'd never find the girl of his dreams, she found him, and that's when his troubles really started. There's a bit to tell you how daft it is. The bit where he's running to like a wedding, stop a wedding, basically, like in all good romantic comedies. And he's running down the street, and a cop chases him, but it's a cop on foot. He's chasing him in the middle of the street, and they stood side by side. He pulls him over while they're running. Right. And he goes, "What are you doing?" He goes, "I've got to stop a wedding." So then he starts holding up traffic for him to run. It's honestly
really good. Any good romantic movie should have a wedding stop or an airport dash.
Exactly. We talked about airport dashes, didn't we? So yeah. Last week we were talking about. If you missed last week's episode, airport dashes. So that's Lonely Guy. I don't think I've sold you it enough there. But
no, I might give that a go.
No.
All right, fine.
Don't bother. Don't bother. I want to sell you it properly. I want to sell you a film properly. Also, no, you know.
So I'm not allowed to watch it now.
No, skip that one now.
Okay.
I just didn't sense you were into it.
I want to watch that black and white one first with
watch that first then, and then ease your way into Lonely Guy. But maybe not. I don't know. They could do a remake of Lonely Guy and actually do it more like the book. It'd be, be interesting that. But because you've not seen it, I can't. I was going to ask you to that, but you've not seen it. So I'd cast. Oh God, let me think.
Chris Rock.
Yeah, give Rock a go.
Chris Rock.
Yeah.
I'd cast Steve Martin again.
Yeah.
So it's got to be like a goofy, likable sort of character.
Yeah.
Not too good looking.
Yeah.
Oh, this is tricky.
I'd cast Rich.
He has to be wearing the wig, though.
Yeah, in that wig, yeah.
He's already got the dog that he French kisses.
Yeah.
So riding it on a bike, suspectly like that won't go miss. Oh, it's got the park. He could go film it. I don't know. We'd having it. I don't know. Simple as that. Steve again. Right, let's move on. All of Me. Have you seen this, Lily Tomlin?
No.
these are all his early ones. You must have kind of caught him later on then, because
Carl Reiner.
again, Carl Reiner is just every film is like, Steve, what you busy? Why? What are you doing today, Cal? Making another movie? Do you want to be in it? It's like, yeah, all right. It's every single film.
Carl Reiner, does he know something Carl Reiner doesn't want releasing?
Yeah.
Yes,
Dirt on
Have
it.
absolutely.
Or go to the press?
Yeah.
Steve Martin in Dentist Little Shop. Yeah,
Oh, we talked about that last week. Big
Yeah.
Timo, didn't we? Yeah,
we did.
loved it.
We're nearly there as well here with it. Then next, the ultimate film. Then Three
Oh,
Amigos.
Yes.
Come on.
Do you know, I hadn't watched this for years until we did it for prequel sequel.
Mm.
I know that Chevy Chase doesn't have a great reputation, but there were parts in it that, with him, that were so comically perfect. I'd completely forgotten how good he was.
Oh yeah. I mean, Chevy Chase, for how people mourn, I've seen a few things with him that, you know, you kind of, few interviews and things, and, you know, I don't know. But there's no denying in the 80s when he were doing these films, he were knocking it out of the park with them, you know.
Oh,
His
no.
performances. There's even stuff like Funny Farm, I don't know if you've seen that one, which are a bit more lower on the radar, but it's still good, you know, funny stuff, you know, a bit more of a low-key film, but good. But yeah, we're not here to talk about Chevy, I guess.
But you see, we've got to not like Chevy because Bill Murray don't like Chevy, and I like Bill Murray.
Bill Murray, they're fine. That was a big rumor about that. They sorted that out years ago. That fight, they sorted it out years ago.
Yeah, but he fought him, and I like Bill Murray, so Bill's got a big fight.
It was John Belushi's fault as well, apparently. The argument.
Was it?
Yeah, there's a Chevy Chase interview on Howard Stern, and he goes into it, tells it how it was. Anyway, but yeah, Three Amigos, great catchphrases, the songs, all of it really.
Completely surreal movie. There are parts of it where you're like, not really sure where it's going.
Yeah.
The singing bush thing.
yeah. John Landis directed though, so obviously, you know, going to get a few weird things in there, but yeah.
Martin Short, how fantastic to be in there as well.
Martin Short's first film as well.
Was it?
I'm sure that's true. I think it was his first feature film. Yeah.
What a cast to be with for your first feature film.
Do you know, originally they were going to have Bill Murray in this. Spielberg was going to direct it, and they had, I think it was going to be Steve Martin, Bill Murray, and somebody else instead of Martin Short and Chevy Chase.
Oh.
I can't remember who though, so don't quote me. Don't quote me on it.
I'm quoting you already.
No, don't. Oh, you've quoted me.
It's gone.
Little Shoppers we talked about this last week as well, didn't we? Obviously. Yeah, classic
film. Rick Moranis.
Yeah, Steve's Dentist. That Dentist song. Brilliant.
Oh.
Brilliant.
Brilliant all the way through it, yeah.
Yeah. Have you seen the ending the alternate ending to Little Shop? You know, like the stage version where the plants take over. There's actually a deleted sequence that they tested with audiences, and everybody went, "Oh, we can't have that."
Oh, really? I didn't realize.
Yeah. And then they changed it. They had to go back and refilm it, where it's all nice and jolly.
Yeah, Audrey and Rick Moranis' character got to get together. What's his name?
Yeah, because in the stage version, she gets eaten, doesn't she?
Yeah.
In fact, they all get eaten, don't they? In the end.
Yeah, the plants take over in the stage one.
Yeah. Next film, Roxanne.
Yeah.
Oh, Roxanne.
I always forget about this film, but it's good. I like it. It's, again, nice little. I'm sure it wasn't a little film, but it cost a fortune to make. But it feels like a little film, doesn't it? You know what I mean? It's got that feeling about it. I like it. Some good lines in it, and
lovely Daryl Hannah as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. We won't talk about this next one.
Oh yeah, I did like this one.
I'm not even going to talk about it. I'm just going to leave the poster up for the rest of the show.
Just stare at it.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Who's that guy in it with Steve Martin?
I can't read his name.
That's Olaf.
Candy, John Candy or something. I don't know. Never heard of him. Never heard of him. Look at his face though. I'm laughing about it already. That's what it says in film. We'll move on then from that because I'll talk about it way too much.
You talk about it every week.
Do you reckon I could do a show on my own about planes, trains, and automobiles for about 4 hours on here.
Yeah.
Just come on and talk about it with no interaction with anybody else.
Yeah.
I reckon I could. I reckon I could.
I know you could. I
Yeah.
don't have to think about it.
Don't challenge me, guys. I'll do it.
Chris, do you want to do it?
Yeah. No, the ultimate challenge would be a show every night about John Candy. I mean, you'd have to go into each film, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
And like pull them
And his
apart.
early life as well.
Yeah.
And
But you'd soon run out of stuff, wouldn't you? If you did that, you had to do a show every night about one thing. I was genuinely thinking about this earlier. I thought, what would you do if you had to do that?
You can
make
do
it up. Make it up.
Make it up. Yeah. Then you could make films. Once you run out of films, you could go into all films that they didn't make.
Yes.
Like go into this weird place where you'd have sequels to all the films. Then and it'd just keep going.
Yeah. Films that you'd have cast them in.
Yeah.
That they weren't casting, and then their sequels as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It get a bit weird. LA Story next.
It's been a long time since I watched LA Story.
Again, I like it. I think it's a bit of an absurdist look at LA, or some of it's not absurd actually because it's how people are there. But it's.
I can't remember disliking it. I think I really enjoyed it.
It's a good one. He's done. I mean, to be fair, his career is pretty good compared to a lot of some actors. You look through all the stuff and you go, oh, there's a few ropey films there at that bit where they went.
Some ropey ones.
Yeah, but he's always been pretty consistent, I think. Let's have a look. So LA Story was what's her face? Sarah Jessica Parker, early role.
Was it?
Yeah.
I'd forgotten about her in that. I mean, not in general. You can't forget about her in general.
Forgot about her. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Next up, Parenthood.
Oh, I loved Parenthood. I think I watched it on a loop,
Did you?
Yeah. And look at that cast as well. Rick Moranis, Keanu Reeves.
I mean, look who else. I mean, Steenburgen. We know what we say about Steenburgen on this show. If you've got Steenburgen in your film, you're onto a winner, no matter what. We always say that, Gary.
It's true. It's true. What can you say?
Steenburgen, she's always solid. Always. She's never made a bad film.
Never lets you down.
Ever. Even the Disney Christmas one I watched at Christmas over TV that was made in the 80s, where she's miserable as sin and she has to get the Christmas spirit back, called One Magic Christmas. Even in that, you go, Steenburgen's on the money.
I have not seen that.
You should watch it.
Never had you down for a soppy Christmas movie.
Oh, I love a Christmas movie. I don't like them Hallmark ones. They're all shit. But no.
I'm looking right now, and Steve Martin wrote a lot of these movies.
Yeah.
Roxanne, The Amigos, Bowfinger.
I mean, he's disgusting talented, isn't he?
LA Story, yeah. He is. Yeah. He's great. I've told you about the Steve Martin play, haven't I, at the West Yorkshire Playhouse when he was supposed to be doing a Q&A.
Yeah.
He didn't turn up for it. I was gutted.
You were so upset, weren't you?
Well, like, said about that last week, yeah, as well. Too much crossover with planes, trains, and automobiles.
That's it.
I know. So, Parenthood, do you know the bit where he's doing all the balloon modelling and all that?
Yeah.
Do you know that he used to work at Disneyland back in the day?
Really?
And he learned how to do all that at Disneyland. And he used to watch a rodeo show, and that's how he knows how to lasso and do all rope tricks and everything.
I had no idea.
There you go. Bit of a fun fact for you. Next up, Dirty Rotten Scoundrels.
Oh, please tell me Michael's coming to talk about this.
Don't know if we can get him at short noise. I mean, what do you want to ask him?
I just wondered what his favourite memory from the making the movie
I
was.
know. It's me. I'm here. You spoiled the surprise. I knew I'd be coming on, but you didn't know. When I made this film, I had such a laugh with Steve. He was like a brother to me. But then I had to remind him he wasn't my brother because he kept saying, I'm your brother. And I said, you're not. So we had a bit of a row.
Wow.
I mean, not really the story we're after.
Straight from Michael's mouth, though, right?
Yeah.
You just have Mike on speed dial.
Yeah, we knew we were coming in. You know.
What does do you know if Stan Lee ever saw this film?
I don't know. I don't know if Stanley ever saw any of these films. Yeah.
For me, I was a big fan of Steve Martin. I loved all his movies, but I always thought I could have a comic book character who's a stand-up comedian, but I never got round to doing it. My one big regret in the comic book world.
There's a question for you, right? So, like, in the 80s and the early 90s, when we were but young twinkles in people's eyes, all of the really big actors like Bill Murray's, Dan Aykroyd's, Steve Martin's, etc. Like, which Marvel superhero would they have been if they were being cast today? It's all about Marvel superheroes right now.
Bill Murray could be Iron Man.
Well, Bill Murray's rumored to be in the new Ant-Man movie, isn't it? That's saying he's in. That's somebody I don't know who. But so you mean in the 80s? If you were,
like who? I think Bill Murray as Iron Man's a pretty good shout actually because he's pretty sarcastic.
Yeah, actually, that is good. Yeah, because you want somebody who's Tony Stark.
John Candy can be the Thing.
See, be very careful now, Gary. John Candy we're talking about.
The line.
Look at Chris just in his eyes.
Might cross the line, Gary.
I see the fire.
I'd be interested to know what our viewers think as well about this question.
I think they've gone. I think they've gone when I started going on about planes, trains, and automobiles again. Like, fucking hell, this guy. Steve Martin, Captain America.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wild and crazy
Can
guy.
you imagine?
Yeah. I don't know who else. I mean, they don't tend to, or maybe I'm wrong, do they cast a lot of comedians, though, in these things?
I think the closest they've got to a comic actor is Ryan Reynolds, isn't it, for Deadpool? And that's not really a...
And what's his face? It was Ant-Man.
Paul Rudd.
He tends to do more comedy films, does he?
And we all know Paul Rudd's immortal, anyway.
And Candy as the Hulk.
Hulk smash!
I don't know if it worked. I mean, I'm sure he'd do a great job as it. You know what I mean?
Obviously.
He's the best Hulk ever, to be honest. But I don't know about the other ones. Dirty Round Scoundrels, though, as we were talking about it, great film, great performances. But as I found out the other week, I watched that one earlier, with Marlon Brando and David Niven in. It's exactly the same film. I couldn't believe it.
Really?
Yeah, it's called.
Pretty much line for line.
Pretty much. It's like, well, scene for scene. You're like, this is exactly. It was called Bedtime Story. It's called.
Okay.
Right. And it's well worth watching because I'm watching it and it literally, there's little bits that are different, but it's as if they've took those bits out and made Dirty Round Scoundrels. So there's actually more in the original. It's odd. It's like it shows you and the characters are all named same and everything. It's even got, which I was surprised about, it's got the Ruprecht bit in it. I thought there's no way Marlon Brando is going to be doing Ruprecht. And then next minute, there he is. Crazy.
That is bizarre.
It is bizarre. They've changed the only thing that's different, the actual what's her name in the later one? Is it Janet? You know, the con woman at the end, the lady who's in it all the way through with them, who cons them at the end, doesn't she? That doesn't happen in the other one. That doesn't happen. So they changed a little bit of that, but it's well worth watching just as a bit of a comparison. It's it's interesting. Anyway, we'll go on about that. My Blue Heaven next.
It's not got John Candy in it, so you can't go on about
Not got
it.
John Candy in, no. Have you seen this one? Bit of an interesting one.
I really like Rick Moranis, so I'm surprised I haven't.
This interesting, you know, it's a bit of a different role for Steve. Mike plays his gangster guy. I'm not sure it works quite as they wanted it to, but
what is he undercover?
Yeah, he's like a mobster, and they put him in undercover in this like suburban town. And I've not seen it. I think I've only seen it a couple of times. This and that was a while ago. So it's yeah. And he's got like this accent like that all the way through. I'm not sure it works really. Not sure. Bit weird.
Oh my God, is this a strike against? Is this his first strike?
Maybe. There's been a few more in between, but Father of the Bride, everybody loves this film. Don't
Yeah.
So much so they got a sequel out of it, didn't they, as well? Martin Short again. Steve Martin Short. Genius combo, innit? Get them in a film together.
It is.
Yeah, what we got next? We've got
lovely poster as well, that.
Oh, Michael Caine as Thor. It's so funny, I might use Dreamcasting. Next one, Simple Twist of Fate, one of his more dramatic ones.
It's been a long time since I saw this, but I have seen this one.
Yeah, it was good.
Steve Martin has such range, doesn't he?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, where did he go? He just disappeared.
No, he hasn't disappeared. He's still about. Mixed Nuts. This is it's an interesting one. Christmas movie, and it's about a helpline, like a Samaritan style helpline. And we're okay as well.
I haven't seen this one.
Yeah, it's worth a watch. Then we come. There's a couple of turkeys coming up actually. In fact, one here. Sergeant Bilko, the remake of this, from the TV series. Have you seen it? It's not great.
I never watched Sergeant Bilko, so I never watched this.
Right. Yeah, it's not. Just weird, really. A bit weird. Then we've got...
They reference Sergeant Bilko in The Simpsons, don't they, as... I'm sure he haunts Homer Simpson at one point. Or one of the characters from it does.
Right.
Yeah.
Not sure, but yeah, I don't think it did very well at box office either. Then we got Out of Towners, so another remake, obviously.
Oh, Goldie Hawn.
Yeah, I mean,
do
you know what? I've missed the film, and I can't believe I missed it. I've not put House Sitter up.
Oh, Chris.
House Sitter with him and Goldie. It just reminded me. Then I'm like, where's the other Goldie Hawn film? If you've not seen House Sitter with him and Goldie, have you seen that?
I have, yeah. Yeah,
that's a great film. I can't believe I missed
that one. Yeah,
I missed it. But this was okay actually. It wasn't that bad, you know.
Yeah, John Cleese has been stirring up a bit of controversy, hasn't he?
Yeah.
His microphone taken off of him and making tasteless jokes about. Yeah. He's got a bit mad, I think.
Well, I mean, he said there were a quote on there from John Cleese. He said, if you're going to host an event at a comedy, it was some kind of comedy festival, wasn't it? We were being interviewed at. They said, make sure the interviewer's got a sense of humour.
Yeah, but I kind of guess why they did. I get why they did what they did, because the joke was very tasteless and did essentially. It essentially was saying, "Oh yeah, but white people have had a bad time too," when they were talking about slavery and things. It was really, really poorly aimed. Low blow joke, which was way beneath him, and I can completely understand why. And he was talking, basically said that English people deserve repatriate, like what's the word that begins with R? Because we were invaded by the Normans, and it was just really a really niche history reference in a really awful thing to say. I get it. I get why they did it.
Did anyone slap him?
No slaps. Will didn't get there in time.
Yeah.
He ran in and all the chairs were getting put away.
Yeah. So
I mean, it's the whole topic of all this stuff's interesting, isn't it? But it's such a mess, isn't it? The whole thing, because you think, well, what can you say and what can comedians get away with saying? You know, I mean, we know as well as anybody does now, we're doing improv shows, what suggestions we get and stuff. And sometimes you could think somebody's in the audience, they might get offended at this. You know, no matter what you're doing, you could be doing a scene about shopping and somebody might get offended. Oh, a shelving, the stack of shelves fell on me at a supermarket and I don't go in anymore. It triggers me. You're like, well, does that mean you can't talk about? Do you know? It's a massive talking point in it that I don't think we'd be able to do justice to be honest.
Yeah, a show of its own, to be honest, something like this. But,
well, some of the stuff we get at shows suggested, you know, it shows what kind of people are out there, to be honest, as well.
Yeah.
You know, we did a gig the other night at Bradford, didn't we? And we in the bucket, we're getting stuff in there. We get suggestions about bucket and some of the stuff in there. You think, fucking hell. You know,
you just can't read it out. Like,
it's just, but we're talking like horrible homophobic, or all these awful things that people write. Anything, we're not.
And they expect them to get read out, and you're like, oh no. But that's the type of thing that John Cleese did. Like, he said something that if we'd have pulled it out of a bucket, we'd have gone, oh, we can't. That's past the line. And he essentially made comments that were past that line. That you couldn't go, oh, somebody might get offended by this. Like, it was generally offensive. Yeah.
So you think there is a line for comedians?
Oh, I don't know. You know what? I won't even want to answer that, because I think you can joke about anything you want, but you've got to be able to deal with the consequences of that, really.
Yeah.
And if you're not bothered about the consequences, so be it. But that's the trouble now. There will be consequences with everything you say or do.
Yeah.
Which there should be. But what I mean is, I think a lot of this stuff is so tricky, because it's like the thing with Jimmy Carr. You know, the Jimmy Carr thing, you think, if you know what kind of a comedian Jimmy Carr is, so to me, don't go watch his gigs, or don't watch him on Netflix if you don't like his humor. It's as simple as that, you know. But I still think those people should be allowed to say what they want, because it's freedom of speech. But if they get taken to task for it, they need to be ready to deal with that, and they are usually. And if they're clever enough, then they will be able to sort that out, you know.
Well, you hit the nail on the head there, Chris. I think Jimmy Carr made the comment he did, which was incredibly close to that line. Most would say over it, but one, it's Jimmy Carr, so I expect it, and two, Jimmy Carr can handle it.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing. He knows what he's going out and doing. It's not like you know, it's like but it's I mean, even the Will Smith thing, you know, we don't want to go on about this all the time, but it's like nobody deserves slapping for saying something like that. You know, I don't think. And the joke was, let's face it, a crap joke, really. But it wasn't, you know.
It wasn't terribly offensive. It was just a small joke.
And it was, you know, that's the trouble, though, isn't it, with this stuff? You know, you think, it's, you know, a live event like that, and, you know, he does that, you think, oh, God. Anyway, we don't want to go over it, do we? But I think that's the answer, isn't it? Well, that's my answer to it. I'd say people should be able to say what they want. You know, freedom of speech is a massive thing, and people are losing that. You know, not everybody agrees with everything, as we know from reading comments and things, and you know, us on here. Everybody's got different opinions. You just need to be able to deal with that. It's these people who get so het up about people with different opinions and things, and you think, well, it's their right. No matter how wrong you think an opinion is, they've still got the right, or they should have the right to say that, even if it's the most awfulest thing you've ever heard in your life. They should still be able to say that if they want to, but they have to deal with the consequences.
I don't think anything should be off limit for the comedian, because I think it's the comedian's job to cross that line and to say what we're all thinking but don't want to say.
Yeah.
But then, like, again, like in this world, like, you can't get away with anything anymore. 20, 30 years ago you can, but now it just seems like you can't.
But it's it's what it is, isn't it? It's the sign of the times. I
guess the other side of the line, though, and this is me playing devil's advocate, that's all it is that some people might say that saying certain things, particularly if it's about race, religion, or sexuality in any sort of form, if a comedian who's well respected or very famous says it, then you almost are giving people permission to say things that actually for the last 30 years we've been fighting against. So nobody makes like jokes about, well, people still do, but it's not seen as particularly good taste to make jokes about making women go back in the kitchen or whatever, because women have spent years and years and years fighting for that and trying to be like, we're still not getting paid the same, etc. But I guess people from the LGBTQ community, for instance, are still 30 years behind that even. So the other side of the coin, to a certain extent, is giving a voice to it allows it to maybe not move forward as fast as it could with regards to acceptance and things like that. But I also agree that freedom of speech is important, and to create a cancel culture which stops that is dangerous.
And the context of what you're doing as well, you know, like I'm just thinking there where you said about, you know, the kitchen sink thing, and obviously that's, you know, misogynistic and everything that goes with that. And no, you know, everybody hates that stuff. But if we were doing a scene in improv and we did that, we'd do it for comic effect, knowing it was wrong. You know what I mean? I think that's the difference, it around, you know.
And that becomes our interpretation. But should somebody watch that out of context, we don't know
if somebody had a clip of that, without the thing that went with it, the suggestion or the thing, you could. And I think that's maybe what the trouble is now. You'll watch these clips online and people jump on it straight away, and go without having any context or lead up to a joke. Even sometimes they'll get the jump.
Hence the Jimmy Carr thing, because he started that stand up, because I watched the whole thing, and he started it saying, I'm setting out to get myself cancelled tonight. Yeah. And then towards the end, he said, okay, for the next 10 minutes, what I say is going to get progressively worse. And every time he said something and it was awful, and the audience was like, ooh, he was like, that we can go further than that, can't we? Leading to the joke that caused all the controversy. He'd actually said awful things in the 10 minutes before that. It was all ignored.
It's just what people jump on in it and go, oh, that's the one. That's the bit. That's the bit we need. That's the soundbite we need. Forget the fact he explained it before. Fuck that. We want that bit that we can send out to all the media things to get them all, instead of watching a 2-hour show, you don't need to watch that. It's like I've seen so many interviews where they're talking about things and the interviewer goes, have you actually read the book or have you seen the full thing? And they go, oh, no, I don't need to, because I know what you're like, well, you do need to if you're going to have an argument about it or a discussion about it. So Nat's frozen. She's back. You're back. Anyway, we went into that. We've got some more castings. We've got Gene Wilder as Iron Man.
Yeah.
That's good. And his mate, Richard Pryor, Nick Fury.
Yes, love that.
That's good.
I love that.
Carrie Fisher as Black Widow.
Yes.
She'd be great.
Yeah.
Can you imagine like a really, really jaded, sarcastic, fuck you, Black Widow? That would be amazing.
Yeah. So we're talking 80s casting here, if you're just joining us. Gittins piped in. I agree. Criticized coming from a brand of you as a kingdom next door to
absolutely. Yeah. It always reminds me of that really famous interview with Michael Palin just after The Life of Brian was released, which in my opinion is one of the best funny movies ever made. Wonderful film. But Michael Palin was on a talk show with some religious leaders. Saying like it should be banned, don't watch it, it's offensive. And none of them had watched it.
No, exactly.
And Michael Palin was furious because they're like, well, no, we haven't seen it. We just know that, it's offensive. And it always reminds me of that. I thought he was going to punch someone. Brilliant.
Yeah, it's the only time Michael Palin's been angry, apparently. Isn't it? It's like such a nice guy. But no, you're right. And, then like you say, never seen it. They're like, oh, we don't have to watch it. We know it's. And their point was, they're not taking a piss out of
Jesus. It's not about Jesus. It's about Brian.
And it's also about people getting the wrong end of sticks and listening. The fact that the Sermon on the Mount bit, they said, didn't they? That's the example they give, where they say it's people at the back who can't hear what's going on who make up their own. It's like, that's,
Yeah, well, I mean, people will take offense to anything, won't they? I mean,
I'm offended, Gary, that you'd say that people take offense to anything.
Yeah.
Cancelling him. That quick. That's how quick it is.
Yeah, literally, that's how quick it is.
How quick it is. You're gone. Go on, sorry.
I'm surprised no one has gotten offended by the show, actually.
Loads of people are offended by the show. They just tune out. You don't see them. I see the counter at the top going down, 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 down. And it goes back up. When we mention candy, there's a significant improvement.
There isn't. You're lying, aren't you?
I wonder if Big T more offended.
They're all offended. Yeah. Big Team also offended, said Dan Aykroyd Star-Lord. We're talking 80s Dan Aykroyd. That'd work. All these would work.
Yeah, it would work, yeah.
So we've got a good cast there. We've got Steve Martin as Captain America. We've got John Candy as Hulk. We've got Michael Caine as Thor. We've got Carrie Fisher as Black Widow. Richard Pryor as Nick Fury. Gene Wilder as Iron Man. This is the right team. Dan Aykroyd as Star-Lord. I mean...
Well, with special effects and deep faking people, we can make this happen.
Yeah. Yes, we can.
Let's do it. Should we keep going with Steve Martin?
Yeah.
So what did we get to? That's what's triggered that one at the John Cleese thing.
John Cleese, yeah.
So let's have a look. Bowfinger next.
Yes.
Yeah, I think Webb mentioned this, didn't he? This was great. First time they worked together as well. Steve Martin, Eddie Murphy.
Oh, was it?
We'll have to do Eddie Murphy's career one. I don't know who we've done and who we haven't on here now. We'll have to go back and check because I'm sure we did Eddie Murphy. Have we done Eddie Murphy? We've done it.
Eddie Murphy.
I think we've done it already.
I haven't done Eddie Murphy.
I think me and Webb went through Eddie Murphy's career the other week.
What an absolute bell end you are.
Looney Tunes back in action.
I really like this movie.
I mean, Steve Martin in this, though, the character's a bit of an odd choice.
Yeah.
Although it's Looney Tunes, isn't it?
I can't remember Steve Martin being in this. That's terrible.
Yeah, he's on the right there, look. He's got this look, he's like the bad guy. Yeah, I don't know about Looney Tunes movies. I don't know. Not sure. Gary's a big fan, clearly.
I love Looney Tunes. Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Looney Tunes is great.
Cancel Richard. Yeah, he's been cancelled. His shows just got cancelled because he didn't turn up for the second bit on time.
That wig got cancelled.
Which wig? You mean that wig? Huh?
I feel like somewhere out there that's going to be someone's phone wallpaper.
Yours.
It might be mine by tomorrow.
Yeah, it might be all of us. We might all do it. Next film, you ready for this one? Cheaper by the Dozen.
Yes.
Again, spawned a sequel, and there's a remake on Netflix, which I've not seen yet. But,
why?
I don't think I'm going to bother with it.
Stop it.
It's, yeah.
My question is, why would anyone have 12 children?
Because it's cheaper by the dozen. The clue is in the title, Gary.
Right.
You get a discount if you have 12 of them. I like how they've counted the dog as one of them as well at the bottom. This Christmas, the more the scarier. He looks happy about it, though. Bonnie Hunt in it as well. I like Bonnie Hunt.
Yeah.
Don't think she gets enough work. Too. Good. I'm a big, go Bonnie Hunt, get more work.
Bonnie.
Yeah. I think Bonnie Hunt wrote, I might be wrong about it. Again, I just make shit up on this show and nobody checks it. I think Bonnie Hunt wrote the screenplay to Mrs. Doubtfire 2.
Really?
Made. Yeah. Check that out if you can. Google it.
I wonder what that looks like. I would love to read that.
I'd like to read it as well. When I said the pick of Rick with the, it should always weird. I now retract that seeing the week. What about if you could see both of those pictures together?
Bonnie Hunt did develop or started to develop Mrs. Doubtfire 2. In 2001, Bonnie Hunt began to develop Mrs. Doubtfire 2. That's all I can find.
All right. But then they decided it were a bad idea. I mean,
it sounds like it, yeah.
I'm not sure how they would have done that plot again. It would have been a bit. I mean, how could you? Somebody knows he was Mrs. Doubtfire. I don't know. Next film, bit controversial. This one, you either love it or you hate this. Pink Panther.
I love this film.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this didn't go down too well, did it?
No, I actually, I must have been in a good mood when I watched it because I actually enjoyed it. And I think if it had been anybody else, you'd be like, why are they trying to do this? But because Steve Martin's in it and he plays it with such a way that it looks like he's really enjoying himself. And it gets a pass for me, I think.
It was one of the ones that started his downward decline, though, wasn't it? Like where he suddenly was not churning out.
This got a sequel as well. They made a sequel. So it
he wrote this too.
Yeah, I think the first one, I think it did pretty well, obviously, if they're going to do a sequel, isn't it? So I thought we're all right. Wow. I thought we're all right.
It's coming out in February.
What is?
Pink Panther.
Oh, that one. February. Yeah. It's already out. It's been out February. Second one's out as well. That came out in March.
Oh, okay.
I knew it. It caused controversy. I thought it'd be the comments about comedians that caused the controversy tonight, but it's the Pink Panther poster.
I'm on Martin's side here.
There's no denying that Peter Sellers is a genius, and the original ones are amazing. Well, the original what? Let's say 4 before it went iffy, or 3. Return of the Pink Panther, I think, released by MGM, different company, but that was all right. But yeah, we're not saying he isn't Martin. We're just saying that these are watchable as well. So, well, I'm saying that, and Gary's in the middle, and that's like no way.
I love that film. I saw it when I was very young, and I thought that film was hysterical. It's a family film. It's not meant to be like Oscar worthy or something.
It won an Oscar for it though.
He did?
Yeah.
There you
Best
go.
actor.
You are a lying, naughty boy.
Nobody's checking any of this stuff, so it doesn't matter. He won an Oscar for best screenplay, best actor, and best lighting designer for that. 3 Oscars he won for Pink Panther. You can just say what you want online, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
should do a fake movie show where you come on and just spout a load of crap made up about anything. It'd be easy, wouldn't it?
Just put movies here that Steve Martin wasn't in.
And just say he was great in this.
He was
directed
great in
it.
Star Trek: The Wrath of Khan.
Gary just wants Stanley to play Remember the Avengers.
Yeah.
I think that would be hysterical.
If we had to pick an Avenger for Danny DeVito, which one would it be?
Everyone. No, he would play
Spider-Man.
Hammer.
Spider.
Spider DeVito.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm walking here. I'm walking. It's me, Spider-Man.
That sounded like Stan Lee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't do a Stanley impression though. There's only one person who can do Stan Lee. That's Stan Lee. We're nearly at the end. We're nearly at the end of the movies. Next one. Have you seen this?
No.
Well, I haven't seen it because it says it's coming soon. So.
Yeah, it's coming soon. This.
Is that Susan Boyle?
No. It's
At the
Jack
back
Black.
there, yeah.
Jack Black. This is a film, as you could tell from the poster, about bird watching. And do you know what? I'm going to say this tonight. It's a breath of fresh air. Get it watched. It was all right.
Well, I do love that cast. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
The cast is a good cast.
Owen Wilson, I'm going to be in a film. I'm going to be like this all the way through.
Okay.
I've got my binoculars. Oh, yeah, we're all looking through our binoculars.
Wow.
Sounds more like Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage. No, that's Nicolas Cage.
Do you think when Owen Wilson sees birds, he goes, "Wow"?
Wow, there's a bird in the tree. It's eating.
It's a bit Pierce Brosnan. Just a bit.
Yes, but no, that's Pierce Brosnan.
That's Pierce Brosnan. You know my impressions by now.
That's Pierce Brosnan. Hello. I was in Mamma Mia 1 and 2.
Nice.
Was he in number 2?
He was in 2, yeah.
All right. I'll see.
He was also in 3.
He was in 3 as well, yeah.
Yeah,
Last thing of the night, then we're going to talk about. Here you go. Have you seen Only Murders in the Building?
Yes.
Do you know what? I haven't.
This
But
is
I'm
really.
Because that's another great cast, isn't it?
This is great. I really enjoyed this. It's just it's good fun. Do you agree, Gary?
Yeah, it's fantastic.
What's it about?
It's funny. It's
about
filmed here in
Only
New
Murders.
York.
Yeah. Is that building that on about? Is that a real building then?
Yeah.
Is it
They
that
don't
the
film
name
it
of
in
it?
the building, but I'm sure it's real.
But that's the name of the building. Because
Yeah.
what's it called? I want to say the Morocco, but that's not right.
Yeah, something like that. John Candy's in that film as well.
Yeah. But it's really good. It's they're making another series out there as well.
But Chris, how did you see it when it's streaming August 31st?
I saw it in advance. Disney Plus sent me an advance stream.
Okay.
Do you know what these posters are just taken off IMDb? I didn't know how to explain this. The dates are just from when the film came out, Gary.
Oh, right. Of course. I knew that.
Sorry. I didn't want to have to explain it to you like that, but I think you need it taken down.
So it's
I'm glad you
not
cleared
coming
that
out in
up.
August?
So it's already been out, Gary. I know it's August now. No, it's
you,
August now.
you almost got me.
Yeah, it's not out yet, Gary. None of that stuff's out.
You almost got me.
Oh dear, bloody Americans. They might off.
Cancel him right now, Gary.
Cancel him again.
No, Gary needs to cancel you for being American.
No. They can't.
Yeah.
How did you even do that? Did you cancel
Gary
it?
can do what
Here
he
we go.
wants.
Ultimate casting. Danny DeVito's the Punisher.
There you
Yeah.
go.
What
I've
about
watched
Danny
that.
DeVito as Daredevil? Danny DeVito? No, it didn't work. I'm trying.
Danny the Devil.
Danny the Devil. Yeah.
I think
Um,
Danny Poole. It'd be a great Deadpool.
I think they should just remake the Goonies and he could play Sloth.
Oh, Danny DeVito.
Yeah.
He could play all the
All of
characters.
them. All
All the kids, yeah.
All
Yeah.
all of them. Everybody.
Everything.
Rosalita.
Yeah, yeah.
He could also play the coin that Mikey takes out of his pocket.
Was this
On the map.
Yes.
was that the person that was in Throw Mama from the Train with him? He was in Throw Mama from the Train, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Billy
Yeah.
Crystal and Danny DeVito.
I used to love that movie, and I've literally only just remembered it exists.
It's great.
Mama Fratelli. Is that where you got it from?
Yeah.
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 Oh,
Chris
I'm
Cross.
gonna have to watch that now.
What's Mama Fratelli's name? Is it Marion?
Hang on, I'll find out.
I want to say Marion Ramsey.
Was, didn't she? She was in what, in my opinion, is a very underrated movie. This might cause some controversy.
We're going to cancel you. It's
Mystery Men.
controversial.
I
Mystery
love
Men's great.
freaking love
Great.
Mystery Men.
It's
Nobody's ever
great.
heard of it.
There,
Ever.
Greg Kinnear, Ben Stiller, yeah.
Mr. Furious, Ben Stiller, and the Shoveler,
The Shoveler
Yeah.
and
Blue Raja.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Master of Silverware.
Yeah, it's a great film. Is Mystery Men?
And then Paul Rubens as the guy who farts.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the Spleen. That's it.
Yes.
The Spleen.
Pull my finger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm the Blue
Greg
Raja.
Kinnear's Captain Amazing.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he's great.
It's all sponsored in it by like all corporations.
Pepsi,
and
yeah.
everything. Yeah, it's really
I've
funny.
seen things. And Gary Rush.
Yeah.
Yeah, as the bad guy. What's his name? Oh no.
Jeffrey Rush, not Gary.
Jeffrey Rush.
That's
Jeffrey
Gary.
Rush.
Oh,
Not Gary. Gary's his brother.
There's the disco. Is it the Disco Boys? They're the henchmen, aren't they?
Yeah,
With,
Eddie Izzard.
Eddie Izzard.
He's had a disco boy.
And
Yeah.
what's the
Casanova.
Casanova.
There's no Frankenstein.
Casanova Frankenstein, yeah. Wow. That's a good
Oh,
film.
absolutely superb. William H. Macy's a shoveler, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Yeah.
I absolutely love it. And Hank Azaria. Who doesn't love Hank Azaria?
Kel Mitchell.
I'll tell you who
Yeah.
don't love Hank Azaria. A load of people who didn't like him voicing Pooh in The Simpsons. That's who don't love Hank Azaria. There were a documentary about it.
Yeah, he's apologised for that quite a lot, hasn't he?
Mm.
I
Yeah.
don't think he should.
He's done a
Well-
lot of voices in The Simpsons. He did about 5 or
Yeah.
6.
Hang on, I've
He's
got to cancel Gary. Back. You got a 3-second cancellation then.
Right.
It was what they wanted online. I got the comments saying cancel him, and I 3 seconds. That were you.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like the Will Smith Oscar ban now. We've got to punish we've got to cancel for seconds at a time for your crime. We're going to be instant judge, jury, and executioner.
I loved him as Apu. I think that was hysterical.
I think, yeah, and I think The Simpsons, if you watch it, it's a sign of the times, isn't it? I think you can see how comedy develops just by watching The Simpsons, frankly.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Have you got a favourite Simpsons episode?
yeah, I could tell you it straight away. I've wanted people to ask me this for years. The one that's called Lisa's Rival, which is where Homer becomes the sugar man and is going door to door selling sugar.
Yeah.
And Lisa becomes friends with that super clever person who can solve anagrams, and she gets really jealous.
Mm.
Absolutely brilliant. Just that amazing speech about the bees
Yeah.
stinging him. Like, honestly, brilliant.
Awesome. Gary, what's your favourite Simpsons? You got one?
Ooh, I love the Treehouse of Horror episodes. I think those are always creative.
Yeah, they are good. Yeah.
I really loved the InSync episode from 3,000 years ago.
There's some classics though in there. What about
Yeah.
you, Chris?
Mine is the first ever episode, the Christmas one.
Oh, where they get Santa's little helper.
Yeah, it's brilliant. It's one of the best Christmas episodes of anything.
Can I also just say as an honourable mention, the Do It For Her episode, where they find out why there's no baby pictures of Maggie, and it's because he had to go. He was working at the bowling alley, Homer, and then Marge got pregnant with Maggie, and so he had to go grovel for his job back at the power plant, and he's put all the pictures around that sign that Mr. Burns put up that says "Don't forget you're here forever," and he's put the pictures so it just says "Do it for her." And all Maggie's baby pictures.
Oh, that's nice.
Le Cry. Yeah, that's a nice one.
Trying to think of other ones. The monorail episode as well. That's good.
Monorail's classic.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Maison Derriere one, where they discover the brothel, as well, is fantastic, I think.
I'll tell you what. I wasn't that bothered about the movie. I thought it were a bit weird that.
It was
Surprised they haven't made another one.
Yeah, I
taking the
don't.
mick out of Stephen King's Under the Dome, wasn't it?
Yeah, I just don't. I didn't quite know why it were a movie. It didn't. You know what I mean? I was like, why have they decided to do this as a movie? It was like, what? I don't know. I don't know.
It were no Mystery Men.
No, it wasn't. There was no Mystery Men.
No.
No, it was no Carry On Khyber up the Khyber.
Another really
Camping.
underrated movie, Galaxy Quest.
Yeah.
Why is there no? Why is there no love for it?
There's a great documentary about Galaxy Quest
It's
that I
so
watched.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
brilliant, really good. That is a good film. That is a good film.
Yeah.
Do you know Harold Ramis was going to direct that originally, but Tim Allen was cast and he decided not to.
Yeah, he didn't want to do it, did he?
No.
Yeah. Do you know what? I'm glad though because it worked out so brilliantly, and what a great cast.
It's good. I like the fact that Sigourney Weaver's in it as well. You know, obviously after Aliens and that, and playing a totally different character.
That movie is such a love letter to fans.
Yeah, it was great. Really good idea, and Sam Rockwell's brilliant in it, and Rickman, obviously. Yeah.
Rickman. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, and Dwight Schrute from the
Oh
US
yeah.
He's one of the Thermians, isn't he?
Yeah. That's right. Bloody hell.
Tell you.
Amazing. Well, that's even got a bit of a fan base itself on it now. It's you know, where people dress up and go to conventions. But it's really good. It's a really good idea.
It deserves a fan base.
I think I don't know if they're doing a TV series of it, you know.
I mean, I would watch that in a heartbeat if it had the original casting. Wouldn't even have to think. Well, obviously, except Alan R.I.P.
Have you ever watched The Orville? The what's he called? Family Guy. Oh God, what's his bloody name?
He's lost it.
Seth MacFarlane. The Orville.
Yeah, I'm sure I've seen that.
Yeah, it's like a Star Trek spoofy thing, but it's really good. It's really funny. It's worth a watch.
Yes, I did. I'm looking at it. Yeah, I did watch that.
There's a third series that coming out. I don't know when that's due, but
I don't think I've seen the second series yet. That might be why it didn't ring in. Been ages since I watched it.
It's great. Well, we're at the end of Steve Martin. We've done all his films, really. There's nothing else to say about it unless you want to say anything else. But
he's brilliant.
I'm just sad that he seemed to have almost disappeared.
Well, he's back with Only Murders in the Building, and he's been, you know, he's back.
And you know, like it all just seemed to end like. I know he's back now, but there's that really awful comedian who made that really nasty.
Oh yeah.
They made that really nasty comment on the
Dennis.
That's it, Dennis Menace. And he just seemed to like. It's just like he went off the radar, and it's been nice to be reminded of all his back catalogue of amazing films. And there's a couple in there that I'm going to watch, I think.
I mean, if you were somebody like Steve Martin, right, and you had all this back catalogue like you just said of films, what you'd do, you'd print out a picture of each good one in your wallet and have it as a, you know, you can roll like his cheaper by the dozen picture there. Where is it? Let's have a look. Right, I'd have that with me all the time with every good film I'd done on it. And then if somebody came up to you and went, "Hey, you're not doing much, are you?" Just flip that down and go, "I don't fucking have to, because look at that back catalogue."
Yeah,
you son of a bitch, and then slap them.
Yeah.
With the wallet of good pictures, slap them in the face with that and take them down.
That'd be heavy.
And then go, take my motherfucking films out of your fucking mouth.
Yeah.
I always, every time I quote that Will Smith thing, I always add mother. I don't know why. I always say it as if the F word ain't enough. I have to say motherfucking instead.
It's because you're hardcore.
I don't know why. But every time I've tried to say, you know, as a bit of a joke, oh, keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. I always go, keep my name out your motherfucker. I'm like, oh, he didn't say that.
Beep, 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 beep,
yeah.
beep, beep.
Sorry about the language, Gary. I know you're sensitive.
Yeah. We're going to cancel you now.
Yeah.
Lummy, do you have that?
We're getting cancelled all night tonight, left, right, and centre. It's the most controversial show. Go on.
Do you have that video I sent you with the Will Smith thing?
I showed it last week.
The Andrew Garfield.
You were here last week, weren't you?
No.
I played it last week, and you know I did because you put it in the comments.
Brilliant.
It is brilliant. I've not kept it though. I don't keep stuff like that. I'm not sentimental.
He keeps photos of John Candy.
I keep them.
Hi. Yeah.
Yeah, Heidi High and John
Yeah,
Candy. I keep all that, but anything that anybody sends us this show just gets binned after like that, like it were nothing.
Heartless.
I just got to drop it like that. All these pictures tonight, they're already in the bin. All of them. You know, means nothing to me. They're always here.
Yeah.
I've got them already at the top. If you saw my menu here, you can't see it, you two, can you? But I've got Mock and Wise ready. Candy's ready.
Stanley's ready right there.
They're all ready. Cade's ready, AJ. There you go. They're all here. They're all here. Even him, just in case. You've even got Lando's ready.
Who else have you got?
Ford's ready. They're all here. McKellen, we don't use McKellen at all.
You'd not use McKellen anywhere near enough.
I know. Hello. She popped in to say hello. And we've also still got, believe it or not,
Oh, please.
That's
don't.
my favorite movie.
The Garden was just the beginning.
Bin it.
They all know it. No, we're not binning Peter Rabbit 2 ever. Staying on the show. We should plug it every time. We should show the trailer for Peter Rabbit 2 every time we start the show. Just at the top of the show. Straight away. Every time. You know. Anyway. But we've come to the end. There's not a lot more to say unless we've got any more It's been a controversial one tonight. We won't be here next week because we'll be banned.
I feel like we've got a lot talked about tonight, and there's been some little interesting, like, sideways segues into unexpected chats about long forgotten films, underrated films, controversy,
long forgotten wigs,
kissing dogs on the mouth,
spreading COVID.
Just to so Webby feels better. We did airport dashes, we did tunnels.
Oh yeah.
Webby wanted to do forests.
Movies
with forests.
So famous movies with forests. Go on then. What have we got? We got
Harry Potter.
Yeah, Forbidden
Forest. Yeah. You've got what?
Robin Hood,
Sherwood Forest.
Yeah,
It's got to be a famous forest, hasn't it? Yeah. It's got to be. You can't just have like trees and that.
Star Wars.
Endor.
Yeah.
Back to the Future.
Wait a minute.
You can't fact check me.
Wait a minute, Gary. Something's not adding up there, Gary.
Batman.
Any Lord of the Rings movie ever. Every Lord of the Rings.
Back to the Future. Hang on. You had Twin Pines Mall and you had Lone Pine Mall.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a forest, so. Sorry, go on. What did you say after that?
Every Lord of the Rings movie ever.
Fangorn Forest, it was called, wasn't it?
There were a lot of them. I'm not sure.
Fangorn. That's not Harry Potter, is it?
What?
Labyrinth,
yeah.
Lord of the Rings,
yeah. That creepy.
First I checked in for creepy. Hey, Saul's here. Nice to see you, man.
Hello, friend.
Souls.
All Greek. You thought it were all Greek.
Yeah.
It's all
Greek to me.
Greek, that way. What's that creepy suicide forest in Japan? It's in that Natalie Dormer movie.
Oh yeah, it's that's real though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Suicide forest, isn't it?
Yeah.
Blues Brothers.
Come on, Gary, you're not even trying.
Men in Black.
You're just throwing names out now.
Home Alone.
Check all this.
Is there a forest in things like Highlander? I haven't seen it for so long.
Yeah,
Feels like there'd be a forest in it, doesn't it?
Braveheart.
Yeah.
There'll be one in there. There'll be one shoved in there somewhere.
There's
no bridge, though. The Battle of what were it? Falkirk Bridge, or whatever it's called. There's no bridge in the film in Braveheart. It's
a lot of Braveheart is.
That's how they won the battle as well, though. They cornered troops on the bridge or something. I don't know. Anyway,
movie. Matt Damon, World War. It was a war movie with Matt Damon.
Oh, we've got more here. Look,
Blair Witch.
Avatar.
I hated Avatar. Sorry, Big T More, if you liked Avatar, but I hated Avatar.
All right.
Cat in the Hat.
There's new ones coming out, so you better get with the program. There's another 5 of them coming in.
I'm not getting with that program because the first one was just all.
I still think, you know, the stuff we called unobtainium, wasn't it? The actual stuff that we're after. I'm sure that was a placeholder name that they forgot to take out. They were like,
Yeah.
it's so weird that. It's like, why would you
It
call
was
some?
just- Oh,
Still is good.
it was just. I just felt like it was all so reliant on CGI. There was no plot, no characters, no acting. I didn't care about any of it. It was
But
just all.
it had Weaver in it.
No, even Weaver. I didn't care about Weaver.
Takes a lot not to care about Weaver.
Exactly. You know
Doesn't it?
what I feel about Weaver.
I know.
She's a queen.
Weaver's gold. She weaves gold on the screen.
He does.
She does. She does. Maybe we could do it about Weaver one week.
She's no trying to think of the
She's
name.
no Morgan Wise.
No, she's no Steenburgen.
No Heidi.
Jungle Book. Big T's coming up trumps with all this.
Come on, Big T, get in there.
He's getting them all. I think
Big
he's done
T's-
a Google. I think he's Googling trees in
That's what Big
movies.
T's doing it.
Is there Pete's Dragon, the remake? There's trees in that.
Oh,
Fair
you
enough.
love Pete's Dragon. I forgot about
The
that.
first one, not the. I don't like the remake one. Great. The original though, there's no trees in that. Oh, there is.
Is there any trees in Loch Ness?
Around the lock, there is. Yeah, we'll have that.
Back to the Future 2.
Back to the Future trees. There's no trees in Back to the Future. Stop trying to get a rise out of us, Gary. We'll cancel it. Avatar effects good.
Film shit. Yes, you are correct, Big T Moore.
I thought that was ice cream.
Chocolate ice cream.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. Yeah.
I don't know if there's any other trees.
No, I felt like we talked more about trees than we did about airport dashes and tunnels.
Yeah. I think we overestimated how many airport dashes there were in films. It just feels like a lot. But when you actually break it down, you're like, no, there's not that many really.
Not that many, and most of them are problematic. Yeah.
Oh, just the power of my mind. He's gone
Big
into his
T
mind forest to find other
Mind
forests.
Yeah.
If you look at his picture, it looks like he lives in the forest.
He's big Lebowski, that.
I enjoy Big T Moore's picture.
Lebowski. Is that it for films with forests?
That's all I can think of.
Well, I think we might have finished the show. It might be that time.
On that bombshell.
Have you got anything you'd like to tell anybody about anything you're up to?
Hi.
That was the start of the show. You're supposed to do that.
Oh.
At the end. You're supposed to say bye at the end. That's sort.
Oh dear.
You got it the other way. Bloody Americans.
Honestly. Coming in here
What
with
time
the
is
big
it there, Gary?
ideas.
Time is it
Time
there?
is it here? It's 4:13.
4:13. It's 9:13 here.
Yeah. Yeah, it's I mean, right now where I am, I'm in York, so it's about 9:15. Yeah.
So you're 2 minutes ahead of us. It's 9:15. It's 9:13 here. So
Yeah.
that's odd.
And
So
after this I gotta run to Liverpool, then run to back to York.
yeah, good
It's like a
save.
time
Good
zone.
save that one. Yeah. You run out of names, didn't you? It's good that. Everybody's run out of trees now. Everybody's spent. I mean, we could have had a load of Christmas tree movies. Gremlins,
Oh,
National Lampoon's Vacation. You know what I mean?
Gremlins,
You're not thinking, we're going to let you, come to that conclusion, but you haven't. So you both let me down. And I think you should be cancelled.
Yeah.
I was waiting. I'm thinking one of them was going to mention a Christmas tree any minute, and nobody did.
There is no such thing as a forest of Christmas trees.
It's National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. He
I
goes
was
into a
trying
forest.
to be a purist.
Christmas trees.
With the cranks.
That shut it all down. Christmas.
I'm not gonna acknowledge it because Christmas with the Cranks, he goes to get a tree and there's only a crap one left.
Yeah.
So it's not a forest at all.
Do you think they went to Norfolk? Or
Are you just
Manchester.
googling?
He's got a big map in front of him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Norfolk,
Yeah.
Yorkshire. Right, okay. Let's. Everybody's getting bored now online watching us. So let's.
Big P.
Shut up. We'll get to the drink. Right, have you got anything you want to say before we go, Gary?
Yes, I'll see everyone in
I mean, you could make it like.
Barafundle Bay, Wales.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see you there.
Good.
Yeah.
Nat, have you got
I'll
anything
see
you'd
you
like
all
to
there.
plug?
And just the usual, check us out, the Discount Comedy Checkout. If you're on Facebook, follow us on Facebook and have a look at the Family Show page as well. Now that's new.
Oh yeah,
follow us
Discount
on
Comedy
there.
Checkout. Family page is up. For
Can we just say
Family Shows.
award nominated Leicester Comedy Festival award nominated Family Show. Follow that. That's just gone up. Yeah, watch us on YouTube. If you see any of Chris's stuff coming up on TikTok, give it a like. He'll like that, particularly Trading Card Tony.
Yeah, I was just gonna say Box Office Radio tonight, 10 o'clock. Sorry, starts at 10. It's Jerry Goldsmith 2-hour special. So you've got a lot of films in there. Jerry Goldsmith composed a ton of stuff. So I've tried to pick a mixed bag tonight for that. 10 o'clock till 12. 2 hours. I know. Nobody's listening. Maybe somebody will tune in for half an hour and then go, what, till 12? When I go, hey, it's a 2-hour show. Off. That's why people come listen on Mixcloud if they give a shit afterwards.
I love it.
Sold that well, didn't it? Gremlins music's in there. And Galaxy Quest.
And Back to the Future too.
Yeah.
In there. No, he didn't do them. I'm lying.
Back to the Future 2 is my favorite Forrest movie.
Good.
And my favourite John Goldsmith.
Right, we're just clutching at straws now, aren't we? I think we should go. We've done an hour and 47. That's all right, isn't it? Yeah. Good.
To say when we started, we thought we'd do 20 minutes.
Yeah.
It's all right. Yeah.
It's good. We've done it again. So we'll see everybody next week, won't we? Thanks for tuning in on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. I hope you enjoyed the Steve Martin retrospective thing. Look back and hope it's inspired you to watch some Steve Martin films.
If not, John Candy.
Yeah.
Again. So that's it. Let's say good night to everybody. Thanks for watching.
Hi.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, bye.
Bye, Martin and Big Timor and everybody who's watching.
Bye.
Love you.